All right, just a quick video here to reiterate a point I made last year of focusing on 3 quality standards that should command asking for a premium price. There are other ways, this will probably be another video, to add value. You can have the same product and add value without changing the quality through different things. One of them through marketing, professionalism. There's different ways to add value even if the quality doesn't change. I want to focus just on quality because quality and value are not the same, but you can add value by a higher quality product. So 3 of the shortcomings around here that I hear from almost every customer that I deliver to is it's usually the same things. One is quantity. These are my face cord racks. It's a standard unit of measurement. That's the key thing. Is if they're buying a full cord, they want a full cord. If they're buying a face cord, it should stack out to a face cord. This is a 4x4 rack, 2 rows. It'll stack out to your typical. If they have a face cord rack, 4 feet tall, 8 feet wide, 1 row. If they buy a face cord, they don't want 80% of a face cord. So if it's a good price, but they're not getting all the wood, they really didn't get what they paid for. And they're going to know that. So quantity, proper quantity, getting exactly what they said they were getting, especially if they're measuring it out and stacking it out. Next one would be just the size of the wood. I sell 16-inch lengths, but it's whatever your customer desires. I think 16 inches is a pretty standard length, but also the girth. So most of these customers of mine, they're buying smaller quantities. Well, that's actually my business model: smaller quantities, higher quality, smaller quantity. So face cords, half cords, or a couple face cords, and they're going to be burning on and off. They don't need overnighter logs, so I'm focused on that. I got some small stuff, medium stuff, but basically it fits most of my customer base. So the girth and the length, 16 inches standard, and most people can get it in your average stove. I do have one customer that actually cuts it down to 14 inches, but he can order custom, or he's fine with cutting it down himself. So number 1, proper quantity. Number 2, the size of the wood, girth and length. And then third, probably hear this the most common, is that it's not even dry. It's not even ready to burn. If you're buying ready to burn wood, especially a small quantity, and you can't burn it, it's not like, oh, it's semi-seasoned and the fire's been going all day. The folks that I'm selling to, they're going to make a fire and they're probably going to burn 10 pieces in a night. And if it's semi-seasoned, even wet, obviously it's not going to burn. If you focus on those 3 things, proper quantity, size of the firewood sticks, and the dryness of the wood, standard and industry standard would be 20% moisture content or under. You can buy a moisture meter, 20 bucks online, even a cheap one, just to give you some idea of moisture content. I call seasoned split, then I begin the seasoning process. Even if these logs over here sat here for 3 years, you get like a 12-inch log, something like this. Even after 3 years, you split it down, it's going to have moisture content, probably 30+%. And 20% or lower. This stuff here, it's like 14-15% after about a year. It was split and then seasoned a year, drying out here. All right, so that right there, if you focused just on quality, just on higher quality, commands a premium price. Why? Because if nobody else is doing it, or it's few and far between, well, you've got an edge in the competition. Now, take it one step further, and if you market it right and add in other things like the professionalism of answering calls immediately, returning calls immediately, that good communication, the showing up when you say you're going to show up, not leaving a quart of oil from your truck on the driveway, not damaging their property. All right, here's my gripe. The industry, I'm not really in the industry. I just sell a little firewood. But here's what I've noticed in my area. It seems to be a race to the bottom, as in a race to see who can sell firewood cheaper. Why is that? Why is that? Why not just... Why would you want to race? Why would you want to race to make less money? As if you won the award because you made no money and you're broke, and it just, I don't know. I don't get it. Let's race to the top. All right, I'll see you in the next one.